hello.
Hello.
That's the intro, just a hello. How have you all been? Have you been good?
Yeah, I have.
I'm glad to hear that. We've been pretty good too. Recently, we were reached out by a certain developer to check out a game of theirs. And we said, okay, yeah, we can do that as long as you don't mind the fact that it might be at some point in the next handful of months.
And here we are. In the
And
next
here we
handful
are,
of months.
an indeterminate amount of time later, finally getting around to that. So, and up front, while we did not receive any monetary compensation, we have received this game for free from the developer. And while, again, there was no expectation of how we would react in this Let's Play, this does technically make this episode sponsored content.
Sponsored content.
I will never get tired of using that little intercut. I need you to know that. That said, I think we could use some fun, gay, looks like witchy romance. I'm down for it.
Me
I'm going to
too.
hit this start button and we're going to see what happens. You can access the progress map from the menu screen and restart your journey at any checkpoint you have unlocked. Well, thanks. That's so kind.
All things truly wicked start from innocence. Which author wrote those lines? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, all right. I guess I'll just call on someone randomly.
Don't you fucking dare.
Choosing at random. Oh, you there. Willow, how about you?
Where's a good fire alarm when you need one, or an air raid drill?
God, I do not miss random, like what's the point of randomly quizzing someone on who said this particular famous line in an English class? English class is about learning how to read. It's less important being like, who said this particularly famous series of words? At least that's how I see it. Would that be Ernest Hemingway?
I was hoping to hear from someone who hadn't spoken up in a while, but yes, that is correct. You see, Hemingway was making the point that...
Thanks, Avery. I owe you one. Why do I even bother to show up to this class anyway?
Well, you've seen the Axeman killings on the news recently, right? So here's the type of question Hemingway was trying to provoke. Are men like the Axeman born wicked, or are they corrupted?
Wait. Is that maybe that's in a little bit poor taste to be like, hey, this ongoing serial murder, you've been hearing about that? How do you think Hemingway would feel about that? You high school students. Maybe a little bit in poor taste. We're all born bad, thanks to original sin, that is. But fortunately, through the atonement of our Lord and Savior...
I can't bear to listen to another one of Lydia's freaking sermons. I'd rather just look out the window and stare into space than look at her smug little grin.
She's got, like, the bright pink, like, cowboy hat. And, oh, man. Tell me you're from Texas without saying you're from Texas.
Is that a kitty outside? Aw, so cute. Where's that cat?
That what now?
You didn't see him, but he was so
cutesy?
Fuck no, I'm not a little kid.
I object to that. You can find cats cute at any age. The moment you think you're too old to find a cat cute is... I woke up today and I spent like the first 10 minutes awake watching a YouTube video of some cats and some huskies trying to find their way through a large maze. It was adorable. I have no concerns about how I spent the first 10 minutes of my morning.
Real talk, one of my favorite things about the internet, and one of the few things remaining that convinces me social media has any reason to exist, any redeeming qualities whatsoever, is that about once a week, I find a video that demonstrates to me that a completely new animal that I didn't realize was cute is in fact very cute.
Right?
And that's great.
I feel like in our generation, we've come full circle on the internet, being like, internet is for cat pictures. No, the internet is for porn. No, the internet is for all kinds of toxic social media, all the way through the various steps back to, no, the internet is for cute cat pictures.
I just love when it's like, oh, hippopotamus, it's cute. An alpaca, it's cute. What?
Are hippos cute?
Mudang is.
Okay, well, that's fair. I hear they sweat red. And that upsets me. Then again, their ears do the little floppy thing, and I'm all about that. Anyway.
He was an interesting kitty.
I'm assuming that cat has like a really deep masculine voice like the cat from Sailor Moon. What was his name? Was it Luna?
Yeah.
Yeah, was it Luna? Yeah. Ah!
Did we watch the dub or sub of that one? I can't remember.
I probably watched the dub. Oh, ah! Wait, what was it? It was interesting, Cody. Unlike you, I was paying attention in class.
Why bother? Oh, why is the Axeman evil? Was it Satan? Was it bad choices?
Well, what do you think?
None of that. I mean, our society wants everyone to be a perfect little cog in the big machine, right? No wonder some people snap. Hell, the surprising thing is that more people don't.
Wow, Willow, we live in a society, Willow. That's pretty salient observation. Why not bring that up in...
Oh, what's the point?
Well, kind of a broad question, isn't it? I mean...
If that kitty's not here, I guess he went into the forest. I'll have to go after him.
In Willow's defense, I do think she has her priorities straight here. Kitties overdoing English homework. Listen, when you're 40, looking back on all those years, are you going to regret the one day you didn't spend doing English homework, or are you going to regret the one day you didn't follow a mysterious cat into the woods?
You heard it here first. Skip school and hang out in the woods on your own.
With cool animals. Let's not misquote me here.
But the rest is spot on.
The rest was 100% accurate. Oh, you're going in there? Oh, you must have a death wish. Is that it? Why did you put the school next to the death wish forest?
What the fuck do you know about death wishes? It's a walk in the woods. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, I know the Axeman dumped a few of his victims there. Ain't that right? Could be anywhere. He could be any one of us. He could be me. Ah!
These woods are huge. Even if he's out there right now, the odds of me bumping into him are...
But why take the risk?
What do you two want me to do then? Just live my whole life feeling afraid?
I feel like 90% of Willow's reaction faces so far have been like, are you? Which, to be fair, I feel the exasperation.
Not take any chances because I might drop dead at any moment.
Well, there are a bunch of different branching paths, so you probably end up dead in at least one of them.
How the fuck am I supposed to get out of bed in the morning when a meteor could crash into my front door? How am I supposed to cross the street when...
Well, that's how you feel about it. There's nothing I can say, eh?
Also, I'm thinking maybe there was something specific that happened to Willow that's... like, there's being afraid of, like, oh, there's a serial killer on the loose, and then there's immediately thinking of, I can't let any of this stop my life, because what if I tried to cross the street and oh no. That's definitely having a flashback moment that we're not privy to at the moment. Willow, do you want to talk about
No.
Okay. I just thought that you don't feel comfortable talking with me. There are people who could,
I don't want to think about it, and I don't want to talk about it, okay?
But Willow, you can't just be numb all the time.
Why the fuck not?
Because it makes you angry and irritable and unhappy with yourself. Yeah, okay, I get it. I'm happy to help anytime, Willow. You seem a little more distracted than usual today. Scratch that, you still seem distracted.
I wasn't distracted. I was totally focused on looking out the window.
I feel like we just made a distinction without a difference.
How could you have missed that cat?
Why is he so interesting to you again? Oh, sorry, I got the intonation of that all wrong. Why is he so interesting to you again?
Because he looks just like the kitty I used to have as a kid.
Oh, that's reasonable.
But I'd rather not go there.
Oh, the pets you have growing up.
Can't I just be a person who likes cute cats?
I thought you said liking the cat for being cute made you a little kid.
Whatever. That was me from like 5 minutes ago. Fuck her. What does she know?
You know, I do feel like maybe her directionless anger would kind of go in that direction. Like, screw all of you, but screw me in particular.
There he is. Come here, you.
Meow.
Oh, animation.
Animation? In my Renpai visual novel?
Where is the little guy? What's that sound?
I told you not to come here. I said the X-Men could be anywhere, didn't I? I told you he could even be me. Why ain't you listening? Oh, shoot. Nice one. Very nice.
Hello? Who's there?
Hello, hello.
You can talk?
What? And you can crush people to death with trees.
I didn't do that.
Well, sure you did, mate.
Hey, where are you going?
Wait, how did the police find out about that already? Why were there sirens already?
The Axeman was an inside job. Holy shit.
The Axeman was inside the room this entire
Holy
time.
shit. The police have been in on it.
Oh, whoops. So the tree fell just at the right moment?
I don't have a fucking clue what happened back there.
I just can't believe it, Willow. The groundskeeper was the Axeman? I was standing right next to him. I mean, he did just come out and say it could be any one of us, including him. But, you know.
Talk about irony, right? I mean, I survive an encounter with a fucking serial killer while my... Never mind. I think you know what I'm trying to say.
All right, let's take a bet here. I'm gonna bet sibling. The other option is like best friend. What are you feeling?
I don't know.
I've got my money on sibling. Yeah, no worries, Willow. I get it. Well, this is because you were chasing that cat?
I never want to see that cat again as long as I live.
You mean that cat over there?
Meow.
Yeah, that's the crazy cat.
Meow?
And what was so crazy about him again? Just real quick.
How am I going to explain this to him without sounding like a total nutcase?
It's my cat licking itself noises.
Fuck, how do I know I'm not a total nutcase? I mean, it was pretty traumatic. Maybe I was just hallucinating or something. Nothing.
Willow, there's clearly something bothering you. Nobody would think less of you if you wanted to take some time. Maybe see...
Hey, it's not that big a deal, okay? I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It doesn't mean anything.
If you say so, Willow. Just know that I care about, Yeah, you get it.
Huh. I thought that little know-it-all would never leave us alone.
Hello? Who's there?
Who do you think, numbskull?
The cat. You really can talk?
We're doing this again? How much have I got to say before you believe your own ears? Is this not justified true belief at this point?
This is an interesting one, though. How much would a cat have to say to me for me to believe that the cat can talk, rather overriding all of my previous years of experience with cats and with speaking and so on, as opposed to, oh shit, I've had a psychotic break.
I have a line. The cat would have to tell me something that I already didn't know. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Something that like something that could not have been like, this is not just a fevered piece of my brain being like, this is something that I would have no way of knowing or could not have come up with on my own. I don't know how you clear that bar, but like if you have something to clear that, I believe like that's the litmus test here. Because anything else you could be like, I could just be having a fucking fever dream.
Yeah, like ask it to walk around the corner and say what's on the other side at the moment and then go check.
And then go, yeah, exactly, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you could be like, all right, hold on.
You got a good head on your shoulders. I feel like you'd be way more prepared for Magical Girl Awakening than me.
I don't know. I feel like Magical Girl Awakening when I've gotten to what, age 34 now?
I still want there to be a manga about that.
Wasn't there an anime about that?
Was there?
Or maybe not anime. I feel like there was a cartoon at some point about like two women approaching middle age who got approached to have magical powers, and they're like, I ain't got time for this.
Avery, come back.
What do you need him for? He ain't got the gift.
What is it, Willow? I just ran right back. I was on the way going somewhere else, and then you called me back, and here I am.
I've got to make sure I'm not tripping.
Tripping? What do you mean? You seem like you're perfectly upright. Oh, you're not using again, are you?
No.
Oh, a little bit of history here. So Willow does have a little bit of self-doubt. Okay, interesting.
At least I sure hope not. I swear just now. Say something, kitty.
Meow.
See, it says meow in a human voice. Is that not weird, Avery?
What are you talking about? I just heard it say meow like all cats do. That's what cats sound like, right? Cats say meow. That's what the book when I was a baby told me, and I've believed it ever since.
Oh, could you imagine if I just sat there and said nothing? I bet I could really get you to believe you were losing your marbles. Nah, I ain't gonna mess with you that bad.
That voice, did you hear it?
Hear what?
Oh shit. I really am nuts.
No, you're not.
No, Willow, you're not nuts. It's normal after a stressful situation to hear whatever it is you heard. Are you sure that... Have you gone to a hospital or something? Like, you literally just witnessed a serial murder get killed in front of you. Like, no matter how you feel about yourself, you might want to go talk to someone, right?
It was just a joke. Yeah, I'm fine. What am I supposed to say? I'm seeing things, hearing voices? They'll lock me up and throw away the key.
Let me walk you home.
No. I mean, I just need some alone time, okay?
All right, well, you change your mind. Avery is giving me a little bit of nice guy energy, but he's also been the only person so far in this scene to be like, hey, are you good? Are you sure you don't need something right now?
Okay, what the hell is going on?
You've got a gift, my friend.
You call that an explanation?
I mean, yes, I do. Was it useful? Maybe not. You've got a lot of questions, and I know a place where you can find the answers.
The nut house? Yeah, right. I think my best bet is to just pretend I can't hear you.
Don't believe me? Well, that's fine. Let's go get a newspaper.
Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna do the exact idea that you just dreamed up?
I so hope so.
Is there a headline that reads "Talking Cat Invented" or something?
Nope, I'm not on the front page, love. You are.
Wait, did we get was there a day skip or something? Or is this the evening edition?
I guess there's gotta be a time skip. It seemed like that was instantly after, but...
Oh, look at the date. We're in the 90s.
I see.
1993. Okay, never mind. It is normal for people to look at a newspaper. It's the 90s. We're safe again. The serial killer, known popularly as the Axeman, has died. Earlier this afternoon, by a fortuitous accident, a tree toppled onto and crushed the notorious murderer. Oh, this is an evening edition. Never mind. This is the same day. They already had a reporter out there.
It does make sense since the police were already on the scene.
Yeah,
they probably just had the reporters in the next car behind them.
Right, exactly. This reporter hopes the Axeman was able... Oh wait, how come it's Axeman, one word, and then Axeman? Axeman makes it sound like someone who's attacking people with deodorant. Was able to appreciate the ironic nature of his manner of death before he succumbed to his injuries. Local resident Willow, last name redacted. ORW Corp buys local bank. ORW Corporation, NYSE ORW, has announced it is purchasing the Hayward Bank. a local institution since 1929. The move follows a series of other mergers and acquisitions by the ORW over the past few months, as the multinational group expands its holdings in the retail banking sector.
We've found our real enemy.
I was gonna say, like, if you're wondering, like, this is the part where you put the foreshadowing in, right? And then because we're urban fantasy, ORW Corp is gonna be like a local vampire or someone at the top of it, and they've been getting like an empire together since the 20s. Listen, this is just me taking pot shots, all right? I've read too much urban fantasy to get caught by this one. Come on now. Cafe Book. Oh, I love it. I want to go to Cafe Book.
And you think that I somehow caused that tree to fall on him at just the right moment.
Where the heck are we? Okay, so we're a city. R-E. We're in Resident Evil. Oh no, is that P-E? P-E. Got it. We're in Prince Edward Island.
Now you're getting it. Let's go see Tanya. She'll fill you in with the rest of the details.
Who's Tanya? Actually, you know what? I don't want to know. I can't go along with any more of this insanity. I'm just going to get a soy latte.
Is that right? Actually, I could also go for a soy latte.
Isn't caffeine, like, bad for cats?
Oh, now we're worried about my health and safety.
Yes, what would you rather I do? Go back to the clinic, tell them I'm hearing voices in my head.
Okay, so she's had a history. She's had a history of using stuff enough that she does have reason to doubt sometimes her own experiences. That's a lot to go through.
You want to go to the coffee shop? Fine with me. Mind if I tag along, love?
I feel like the cat's supposed to have like an English accent, and I've absolutely done nothing to engender that. And I'm not going to change.
The voice is settled now.
I'm not going to change it. If you want to listen to there was a voice audio track in this game, and I turned it off for this because obviously I'm going to do that. But like, I'm pretty sure you can hear the other voices yourself if you want.
I can't exactly stop you, can I? I don't see any trees around here to topple on you.
Imagine having that ability, but it's only trees.
It's only
trees.
You can cut down trees with your mind.
Oh no.
Here we are. Exactly where I thought we would be.
Yeah, duh.
You really do have the gift.
What gift?
Tanya's the barista?
I keep telling you gotta go see Tanya.
What are you, her little errand boy?
Errand boy? Yeah, I wish. Be a big upgrade from errand cat now, wouldn't you say?
No, really, what's it to you if I see her or not?
She promised to help me with, something if I bring you.
Help you with something?
You're not a cat. You're a boy who's a cat. You're either a boy who got turned into a cat or a cat who thinks it's a boy. One of the two.
That seems a little vague.
What, do I have to tell you every little thing?
Every little thing? You've told me basically squat.
You haven't been particularly receptive towards me telling you things.
Let me guess. You were once a scoundrel of a man, Tanya turned you into a cat, and she'll turn you back into a human if you help her with enough favors and learn some moral lesson.
Whoa. Tanya said you'd be powerful, but you didn't tell me you could read minds.
That was a fucking joke.
I'm glad Willow and I are at least on the same page. What books do you think they have at Cafe Book? Judging from the really tiny bookshelf, this seems more like a cafe that wants to cash in on the cultural cachet of having books alongside the coffee, but without being committed to having enough variety of books to be like an actual book shop.
To be fair, it is called Cafe Book, not Cafe Books. They only promise you one.
That's true. God, I'm just thinking about that one bookstore we saw in the center of the state that was like this 3-level sprawling place that did have a full-service cafe in it. And I'm like, my new standards for bookstores have been absolutely shattered. If you're not like a 3-story bespoke bookstore with a book arch right in the front of the door, and then a full-service cafe with lattes, and then what are we doing here?
Exactly. What indeed? That was just a mashup of every dumb fairy tale cliche.
You're in a really good mood today, aren't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is nearly getting murdered supposed to put me in a good mood? I've already told you I don't want any part of this. I just want to move on with my life.
I understand that, ma'am, but this is a cafe.
Tell Tanya I'm busy today, okay?
Did you want a latte or?
You could tell her yourself. You're only a few feet away from her door. It's right over there, don't you see?
The supply closet?
Just walk inside. Hey, you want me to go away? This is your only option.
You mean, if I do this, you promise to leave me alone? You'll let me get back to my life.
Sure! Alright. Yeah, of course.
Fine, whatever. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's real. Either that or I really am. No, not gonna go there. It's real. I don't know how, but it's real, damn it.
Willow, it's so good to see you.
Do I know you?
Did you bring the paper?
Yeah. Here it is. Don't get me wrong, this is like the coolest shop ever, but how can this place be like...
Shh.
Oh.
Good job, darling.
Thanks, I guess. For what?
Willow, you know what you did.
But I didn't. The tree just fell on its own.
Oh, young one. You're here, aren't you? What more proof do you need that you have the gift?
You people keep saying that. What kind of gift?
Unlike others who can only sit and daydream, you can manifest your imagination. You can literally bring your thoughts to life. That's how you made that tree fall.
I made the tree fall by thinking?
Did she also make the cat talk by thinking and hoping it was interesting?
That doesn't even make any sense.
And why not?
Because, well, what about science and stuff? The laws of physics?
A common fallacy. The laws of physics are descriptive, not prescriptive. Science and supernatural are not mutually exclusive.
I sure as hell hope she explains that one.
To put it in layman's terms, yes, magic is real.
No shit? This is way too good to be true.
Those with the gift may have always existed. There have been many names. The one I assume you are most familiar with is... Witch.
Hold up. Witches? Witches as in fairy tales?
Trust me, Willow, being one is no fairy tale.
Are we like good witches, or are we...
If they call me wicked for following my heart, then so be it. We have a duty to use our power as we see fit. Wait, a duty to use your power as you see fit? That's not... I guess on some level we all have a duty to ourselves, right? But it's a weird way of just saying I'm gonna fuck around with my powers how I want to, and ain't no one gonna tell me otherwise.
I think Immanuel Kant would object to that.
I have a moral imperative to steal this book.
I think there could be substantial concerns as to what one could reasonably see fit.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
It could be argued.
It could be argued.
Power? What powers do I have?
Aside from finding my shop and hearing shadows speak? Today, you killed a man.
But I
know, you didn't mean to. It was a reflex. But Willow, if you could do that without even thinking, just imagine what you are capable of if you learn to harness that power consciously. And I'll be there to show you the path to your greatness.
I like to walk my own path, thanks.
You sure? If you walk my path, I can show you how to get a chest like this without wearing a bra. Seriously, you got no support going on, lady. So guidance is of no value to you.
Why do you want to help me? What do you get out of it?
Why shouldn't I desire a disciple?
I mean, you could. It's just...
Is our Tanya here somehow connected to the ORW Corp?
I don't know.
She seems older with the gray. I really like the asymmetric gray braided hair here.
Yeah.
My hair has been always very long, but never quite thick enough all the way down to do that kind of a thick braid.
Yeah. I always wished mine was, and it's never going to happen.
Unfortunate.
Short hair as it is for the Vivian.
True. That said, I wish I could pull off gray this good when I get graying. That's good. That's a good color.
Seems like there's got to be more to it than that.
There is indeed.
Oh, let me guess. All mysteries will be revealed at a later time.
No, you simply have to. It's only $24.99 a month to sign up for my my special program, and you get and my book that comes with it, and then you become your own boss and can also get other witches into. Witching, but it's a multi-level marketing scheme. I need this. In a literal sense, that is true. However, it would be more accurate to say that all mysteries will be revealed through trial and error.
Sure, whatever. So, how do these powers even work?
It is difficult to explain, as well as quite time-consuming. Join me for a cup of tea, won't you?
Man, this tea is hella nasty.
A witch's power comes from manifesting her desires. And I desired really shitty tea. Although the manifestation can express itself differently in different witches. Try imagining something that you want. I can tell you didn't quite like my tea.
Hey, have you had that stuff? It's freaking foul.
I'll have you know yerba mate is quite delicious to some people.
Dang, now I want a mate.
Yeah, I kind of do too. I wasn't convinced, and then one of my friends in uni brought me around to it, and I'm like, dang, I really love sipping this tea out of a gourd with a metal straw. Great, this is everything I want in life.
You know what I specifically miss? The place that we used to have downtown that left, they had a mate ahumado that was fantastic. Really, really good smoked mate.
They were such a great tea shop that I remember being baffled when I found out they were actually a chain.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's no way a place that is this consistently high quality is gonna turn out to like have a franchise. I don't know like how many actual other places there were, but dang, I do miss that.
I feel like it was one of those barely a chain places where they somehow made enough money to open a couple locations, but
and not like a franchise.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. But still, I was like, dang. If you have a good local tea shop, treasure it. Also, that's probably where the witches are. That's just going off of what data points we have here. Anyway, try transmuting it into anything you desire.
You mean like a Coke or something? Go, tea, turn into soda.
Oh no, you made it into Moxie.
Nothing's happening.
Magic cannot and should not be used on a whim, Willow. Try imagining something that you really want. It shouldn't be used on a whim, so here, why don't we use this not a whim scenario to turn this tea into something else? I guess it's a learning thing, and learning isn't, like, without value, but, you know. Go on, try this, Willow.
Wow. Fucking wow. This is...
a blue Hawaiian.
I did that? I can do anything?
You just made a very large logical leap. I need you to know that. No, Willow, not anything. Taste it.
Ugh, this tastes fucking gross. Worse than the tea.
There's always a price to be paid when you use magic, Willow. The more powerful the magic, the greater the cost. So what was the price from what happened earlier, then? That was pretty great magic. Therefore, you must take care not to use your powers for trivial matters. Only in dire circumstances and for a higher purpose. Or if you want a blue Hawaiian that's really nasty.
Higher purpose. No such thing.
Says the person wearing a cross. And like choosing to wear a cross. We've got like a studded necklace on, right? And wearing a cross with that is definitely a choice.
I'm a goth. It's cool. They put him in Neon Genesis Evangelion. It was cool there.
Wait, was Evangelion out at this point? This is 93, right?
I don't think it was.
I thought Evangelion... Yeah, because Evangelion is late 90s, right? This is definitely Sailor Moon era, though.
I don't believe in that crap. I'm an atheist.
Okay, Then why the cross?
Like I said, I'm a goth. It looks
Okay,
cool.
Okay.
Religion is just a crutch for people who can't handle pain.
God, you sound like me and as a teenager. Ugh. Hey, free one from 8PR. If that's you as a teenager and you're like, oh, religion's just a crutch for people with pain, you have time to turn your life around. You don't need to be full of hatred. I promise you. Life is better when you don't try to make things weirdly derisive and angry. Have you had much pain in your life, Willow?
That seems like a personal question.
I mean, yes. Yes, it is.
I'd rather not talk about it.
If you say so, Willow. Come back tomorrow. We are done for the day. Tanya keeps giving us vaguely disapproving glances as well. like there was some like, oh, look, another witch, welcome, and some like, really, girl? That's how you keep yourself?
Like, to be fair, we are kind of being a little shit.
We are being I mean, we did just have a stressful experience, but we are also being a little shit, yes.
Yeah, we've demonstrated reality warping powers and are just like, fuck it.
Fuck it, I don't believe in that crap. Also, can we talk about how huge this cat is?
Yeah, that fucking thing gotta be like, what, 4 feet tall?
That's like a dog-sized cat.
They're not a small dog either.
No!
So, what did you think of Tanya?
Oh my god, the H in the font. Oh man, this looks like Magic the Gathering font over here.
To be honest, kinda lame. Higher purpose. Don't use my power for trivial matters.
And that's bad advice?
What right does she have to tell me what to do? If I say, let's take a swim in Blue Hawaiian, then that's what's gonna happen.
To be fair, I think this game very much captures the essence of being a teenager who is very frustrated with their lack of agency.
Yep.
Right? Like, it's easy for us to make jokes because we're, like, what, twice the age of our main character, probably? But it is something that is hard to struggle with when you are coming into adulthood for the first time. And you realize that you do have agency, and that agency has been denied in certain ways as you've been growing up. And that in certain ways and in certain circumstances, people will want to continue to deny that to you. And trying to come to grips with, like, I want to be my own person. When is it okay for me to do these things? When is it? Like, finding the line between when am I being taken advantage of and when am I allowed to express myself versus when is this is just being nice to other people, right? You're having a moment where you're thinking so much about your own self that at least for me, I remember kind of feeling like I forgot about like how those things affect other people as well. But that's definitely a very teenager thing. It feels very true to life.
Oh!
Well, that's not what I meant.
I'm tasty!
Shadow, where'd you go? Shadow? Shadow? Wait, what's that there in the glass? Oh god, no, I didn't mean it.
Ma'am, are you gonna order something or just hang out in our broom closet again?
He's dead? Because of me?
I'm not dead yet.
Give me a second chance, please. What? I'm back in the shop? Did I turn back time or something?
Or something. It was the tea, a special mixture. I wanted to give you a taste of what magic is like. So wait, there is, like, it's not just making imagination into reality. There is an actual, like, alchemical component. Huh? Or did she manifest the tea as something that would have that... Oh my god, I'm so confused. What are the rules? I need to know the rules. I'm having that moment after opening a Brandon Sanderson novel where I'm like, what are the rules of magic and how are they going to be subverted? I need to know.
The most important part of any fantasy setting is a rigorously logical understanding of exactly how everything works in all possible ways.
See, you understand me. You absolutely understand me.
Wait a minute. You knew what happened?
It was a dream. A hallucination, if you prefer. I had to find a way to reach you, after all.
You had me hallucinate killing Shadow just to teach me a lesson.
You are not receptive toward mentorship, to put it mildly. This was the only way.
But why'd you think of a scenario so sick and twisted?
I didn't. It wasn't my idea.
Then whose was it?
Come on. You were the one talking earlier about fairy tale cliches, right? Whose idea do you think it was? When the time is right, you will know who.
Don't give me that. Yes, you can say, you just don't want to.
The deception was not born of capricious whim, Willow. I did it for your own good. Would you rather have had that little scenario play out in real life?
Of course not.
I merely wanted to instruct you that magic is not free, Willow. The scales of karma must always be balanced. The larger the effect, the heavier the scales might be tilted.
What about what happened in the forest? Didn't seem like there was a price for using my powers then.
Oh, glad we're getting to this. There was. The Axe Man paid it.
Killing an evil serial killer? Didn't he deserve to die?
Did he, Willow? I mean, our society wants everyone to be a perfect little cog in a big machine, right? No wonder some people snap. Hell, the surprising thing is that more people don't.
Spying on me? You got a crystal ball or something?
I have my ways of knowing things. I'm coming more onto Willow's side here. So far, all that's happened is we've had a really stressful afternoon and found out someone's been spying on us as well. Never mind. I'm coming more onto her side, actually. Like, what the fuck? Tanya feels like she's old enough to feel like she knows what's right and has this very... and feels very justified in that. Like a real ends justify the means type of...
So I should just never use magic ever.
The only price heavier than power is that of inaction. If you fail to use your powers when a situation calls for them...
So I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't.
I thought you didn't believe in hell. But of course, Willow.
A no-win situation. That's just fucking great.
Just wait till you consider that hallucination was so real and lifelike that you can't ever be sure from here on out if you're hallucinating or not. Not quite, but it will be a challenge. According to this paper you brought me, this bank was bought by ORW Corp. I need to know more. Dang, that was an important detail.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad I spent the time to read that now?
Yeah. Sorry, but corporate finance is not exactly my strong suit.
Also, asking a teenager to look into corporate finance is like, man, I could barely do my taxes without a program to help. What, 30? You could look into corporate finance, though. You're a smart person.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. ORW doesn't do things without reason. Or without malice. They could be conspiring to violate mortgage finance laws.
Wait, what if there's not even, it's not an evil magical corporation. It's just a normal
corporation.
Evil corporation that's conspiring to violate mortgage laws. And Tanya is just a really, really responsible citizen who wants to understand.
Tanya shows up to the town hall meetings.
And brings receipts.
Tanya's on the city council, all right? When she sees a business trying to break zoning laws, when she sees her neighborhood getting gentrified out of existence, Tanya is there, making phone calls.
Well, newsflash. I'm not an auditor. I missed the part where this is my problem.
It's not your problem. It's your opportunity.
Opportunity for what?
Just imagine those bankers sitting in their corporate boardroom drinking champagne. That was actually funnier in my head. It wasn't funny when I said it out loud, but I laughed anyway. Drinking champagne, celebrating the fact that everyone was too stupid to catch them in the act. Will you let them be, right? Willow, now is your chance to show these capitalist scum, as you once put it, what you are capable of.
Screw those greedy banksters. If they're so bad, let's just burn it to the ground.
That was really fast, actually. I admire your enthusiasm. Also, no actual leftist is just gonna leave it like that, right? If that's the kind of setup, like, you're not gonna let this corporate scum get away with it, are you, you young reactionary? What's Tanya's aim here? What's her benefit in this? Also, if she's powerful, why doesn't she do it herself? Why does she need Willow to do it?
It's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity? Sure, it's an opportunity for her, but why? Like, what's her interest in it? Is it really just going to city council meetings? But you can't let it get the best of you. All I want is information. Why they were of interest to ORW. What is their plan? Do you understand?
Wait a minute. I think I do understand. I know exactly what she's trying to do here. I knew there was something more to it.
More to what?
You wanting a disciple. Your real goal is to have me do all this Robin Hood shit, isn't it?
I suppose that is one perspective on it.
Here's what I don't get, though. If you want me to play Robin Hood, why'd you call us Wicked Witches? Isn't Robin Hood the good guy?
You know Robin Hood was the good guy because his side won. If Prince John had emerged victorious, Robin Hood would have been depicted as a thug, a traitor, a terrorist. Everything is a matter of perspective. And that means that no matter who we are or what we do, some will always see us as wicked. Do you understand, Willow? So wait, so morality is yours to decide as long as you're the victor? What? Tanya, you've managed to go all the way across the spectrum here in my eyes. Come on now. Definitely not earning this air of maturity you have about you.
I guess so.
For your own sake, Willow, I cannot reveal the entire story to you just yet. Excuse me. I know I haven't given you much cause to trust me.
Yeah, understatement of the century.
Although I'm quite fond of your company, Willow, we cannot afford to wait around here forever. Are you? You spent a good half this time sneering at us.
Like she said, enjoys the company.
Oh, fair enough.
What are you going to do, sneer at an empty chair?
That's true. A sneer is an expression that definitely demands a recipient.
Yeah.
Time is of the essence.
Hey, I can wait as long as I want. Unless you got the power to just straight up puppet me. But I'm guessing you can't do that, right? Because you already would have.
Unless I did already would have.
What?
Shadow informed me in a manner of speaking that you would be reluctant. Also, I guess being magical means that you get to wear fucking arm shit like this. Is
I can wear arm shit like that already.
Is that like... Hold on, no. Hold on. Is this like part of her robe that is then attached to her at the shoulders and upper arm? Or is this garment separate from her robe? It's a little hard to resolve, right? You just said you had some kind of trauma that might cloud your judgment. You know what that is! You just talked to her about the trauma. The trauma was she just watched someone die in front of her.
He told you that. Well, I don't know how he found out, but it's none of his business or yours.
Unless it's the nebulous trauma in her past that she's not talking about. Tell me, darling, you'll feel better when you get it off your chest.
I don't even want to talk to my best friend. You think I want to spill my guts to a total fucking stranger.
Precisely. If I was someone you cared about, you would never allow yourself to be vulnerable. But since you don't know me, and since you do not care about me, I am the perfect receptacle for your grief.
You never give up, do you?
Truer words were never spoken, Willow.
You want the story? Fine. When I was 13, my mom was diagnosed with cancer. The doctors said it was terminal. But my parents didn't quit. They went to the ends of the earth looking into alternative treatments. You know, like all this hippie stuff you got in your store here.
You think this is all hippie stuff? Never mind. Please continue.
Even when things were bad, my mom and dad still scrimped and saved. I told them to enjoy the little time they had left, but Mom said she was sure she was going to kick this thing. So they kept saving for that trip to Hawaii they'd always wanted to take. And guess what? Mom was right. The cancer went into remission, and after so many long, sad years, my poor parents finally saved up enough to go to Hawaii for their 20th anniversary a few months ago.
And?
And what?
That is not the end of this story.
Well, how do you know? If you've already used your crystal ball, you don't need me to tell you the rest, right?
Even a woman without a crystal ball would be able to tell you that you left out the end, Willow.
They were both killed by a drunk driver on the way to the airport.
Oof. It was the third option. It was the parents. Willow,
Shut up. I don't want your pity and I don't want your sympathy. People act like somehow they can make me feel better about it by being nice to me. And then they get all bent out of shape when it doesn't work. It's hella lame.
I understand.
No, you don't. How could you? The last time I talked about this, the person I was talking to thought I was suicidal. They made a call. I was stuck in a psych ward for 72 hours. After that, I decided I didn't want to talk about it anymore.
Oof. Punitive psych ward. Yep. Thank you for placing your trust in me, Willow. Do you feel better?
Well, I don't see how I could feel worse.
Bear. That is a start. May fortune favor you on your mission.
Thanks. Not just for saying that. Thanks for,
You mean for the tea?
No, I mean, yeah, but I meant for getting me to talk. It's been so long that...
No need to further explain, Willow. I understand. Sometimes you just need an older woman to yell at you for a while.
Yeah, good.
I've been assuming a lot about Tanya's age here due to the gray hair and stuff. We don't know that. We don't know that. I've just been making hard assumptions left and right.
Well, that was a fucking ordeal.
Yeah, Tanya sure is something, huh? But speaking of ordeals, when are we knocking over that bank? We're gonna be cat burglars. Get it?
Yeah, real funny. I've had enough excitement for one day. How about tomorrow?
It's a date. I guess I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
I've got a few movies I wanted to catch. It's real easy to sneak into a theater when you're a black cat,
Right.
What's good in 1993? What are the best films of 1993?
I have no idea.
God, someone let us know.
What happened in 1993? Who knows?
I don't know.
That's like at least 5 years ago. How would I remember?
I was a tiny little baby back then. I've got no idea.
Lydia, what are you doing here? You're not brave enough to try going vegan, are you?
Well, I wouldn't put it quite like that, darling. But I must confess, this place isn't exactly up to my cup of tea. So I'm just here to post some flyers.
For what? God Club or something?
Oh, you heard of the Original Righteous Word Student Group?
Original Righteous Word. ORW.
ORW, huh?
Uh-oh. It actually is a secret magical evil company. It's a cult.
Well, that was fast. So wait, Tanya's getting us to fight in her proxy war against the... Great.
Love it.
Oh, this is so good.
No, I was just kidding. That's really what you're putting up flyers for? I think you came to the wrong place.
Well, now, what makes you say that? After we finish our prayer circle and Bible study, we're going to witness and distribute food to the homeless. That's something even a bleeding heart liberal like yourself should be interested in, nah?
I'd rather starve a free woman than be a slave with a full belly.
Willow, I am surprised at you. Why do you wear the symbol of our Savior if you're going to mock his word?
How many times do I have to explain this? I'm wearing it ironically. I'm a goth and it looks cool. Don't you get it?
I think. Here's the thing. I think if you really were wearing it ironically, you wouldn't need to defend it so often. That's the thing. Irony doesn't have to insist upon itself like this.
Not really, no. But not to worry, Willow. I'll say some prayers on your behalf.
Please don't.
The only way to stop me is to come to the meeting and say your prayers yourself.
I'll see you in hell first.
Oh my stars, angry are we? Did you know that's one of the 7 deadly sins?
Yes, I did. Isn't pride one of the others?
Well, I've got some more fires to post. Until next time, Willow.
Dang. Hold on. This
What
is a
a rub.
tableau.
What a room.
This is a tableau of a teenager in the 90s. Hold on. We're okay. So again, we'll take. I think it's even odds on this one, whether or not she actually plays the guitar. The dream catcher. Did you have one of those as a kid? And then later on, looking back, you're like, wait, that's kind of fucked up.
I didn't.
I absolutely did.
I always had a weirdly sterile, undecorated room. So this is all of this with people having fancy decorated rooms is very strange and alien to me.
Wait, hold on. I'm looking over at the left side. This reads now more dorm room. Right?
Oh, yeah, there's
with
a
a
fridge in
microwave
there.
and a fridge and a desk like that.
This is college. Well, they did say professor rather than teacher.
They did say professor, but it looked so much like a high school classroom. Maybe my visual novel instincts kicked in and I'm like, oh, good, a classroom. There's a 95% chance the cast of your visual novel are going to be Japanese teenagers, okay?
The only decorations I had at in college were I had photoshopped some surreal and confusing signs and stuff and put them up on my door.
In
not
college?
with
Yeah.
not with any particular message. I just wanted people who walked by anywhere that I was living to be confused and question their sanity for a moment when they tried to read and understand the thing that was on the door and then couldn't.
Oh, that does sound like you. I don't think I had much in the way of decoration in my uni dorm rooms. Come to think of it now, it was just like bookshelf. My CD racks. There it is. I brought my CD racks to my one of my college dorms, and my decoration was look at my music collection. Look at how well listened I am. I said with most of Pink Floyd's discography.
Damn, what a long ass day. Well, nothing like home sweet.
You're back late.
You. How do you even know where I live?
I didn't actually, and what'll really keep you up at night is how did I get in here before you? All I had was this address. Didn't know I'd need an apartment number.
Okay, so it's an apartment. It's a small apartment. Which again makes sense. Okay, so maybe it is still high school, but she's living on her own.
To be fair, they did say professor.
Okay, they did say. Yeah, but I had some teachers in high school who took professor.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I took a little climb up the trees, checking out each room. Do you know how many people in this building changed their clothes with the windows wide open? I gotta tell you, I got a much better show right here than I did at the theater.
You're a little pervert.
Why is the cat a little pervert? What does this accomplish? Why is he a pervert?
I didn't pry their windows open now, did I? I made myself happy, and if anyone saw me, they just thought I was a curious cat.
Whatever.
Damn, Shadow. I lost so much respect for you just now, buddy.
How do you even know which room was mine?
Are you serious? Who else's could this be? Looks like a hippie exploded in here.
It kind of does. That is actually... It does kind of look like a hippie exploded.
I can't help being born in the wrong decade.
You think you were born in the wrong decade. Try being born in,
What?
All I'm saying is the 90s is a bloody golden age.
If that's true, we're in for a wild ride in the future.
What do you want to know about? Just wait till the turn of the millennium, friendo. Speaking of wild rides in the future, are you ready for tomorrow?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Oh, look at that circle wipe. And again, Shadow's so huge. Look at how big that cat is. We sleep on that bed. That cat is fully half of our size.
Hey, Willow?
Yes?
Can't sleep, huh?
Not if you keep trying to talk to me.
Right. Well, I'll try to keep things quiet while I play single-player Settlers of Catan over here on your floor.
Just sounds of cat
Clack.
paws pushing around
Clack.
tiny little blocks. all night.
Clack. Good.
I guess this also does explain the conspicuous absence of like laptop computer.
Mm-hmm.
Because 93, you're not going to have a laptop of your own at all. Heck, you probably wouldn't even have your own personal computer.
I just wanted to say that.
I knew it wouldn't last long.
Oh, shut it for one lousy second, eh? I'm trying to say something nice here. I want to say thank you for adopting me as your pet and letting me live with you.
That didn't happen. I didn't say that.
I know sometimes it's hard for you to find the words. But either way, thank you. It really does mean a lot to me.
You can't just thank me for something that's not happening. Do you only hear what you want to hear?
What's that? I can stay with you rent-free. And you're going to give me fresh milk every day. Willow, you're too kind. You really shouldn't.
You're right. I shouldn't, and I won't. The only milk in this place is soy milk.
Do you want me to die of thirst over here?
If that's the only way to get you to shut up.
Ugh.
Where did you live before this? It's not like this is your first day as a talking cat. Right?
How about you buy me whichever brand's the most expensive? You know, as a compromise.
Whatever.
And real milk on my birthday.
Fine, just let me
Is
sleep.
soy milk good for cats? Did we have this conversation?
I don't think so.
And Christmas? What else were we gonna leave out for Saint Nick? You think he's gonna dunk cookies in soy?
Okay. Christmas too. Sleepy time now.
What about Nog? Can we get... Sure. Good night, Willow.
I gotta imagine Shadow is this big, but still doing all the cat stuff of like kneading at her and like prancing around on top of her. Except Shadow is half her weight, so it's just like, like when my cat paws on me while I was trying to sleep, it was cute. While Shadow does it, it's like, ugh.
Hey, Willow. What about Groundhog Day?
If you don't shut up and let me sleep right now, I swear to God, I'm using my magic to burn this apartment to the ground with both of us inside. Got it?
Got it. We'll talk about Groundhog Day tomorrow.
Hey, hi, it's the next day. That was a long day. Would you like to help save the planet today? No? All right. What is this? Is this Vine? Can't read the bottom of it. The font's wonky. Hello, would you like to help save the planet today? Already did that. I don't know how that's possible, but thank you for your enthusiasm.
Yeah, I save the planet every Tuesday. Go to work, stop at the market on the way back, pick up milk, save the planet,
Wow,
get the
that's
kids after soccer, you know.
genuinely impressive. I'd like to shake your hand. Your hand is moist, sir. Very moist. Hello, would you like to, oh, hey, Willow.
Which group's got you begging for money this time?
The Environmental Lifeline Fund.
And what did they do?
Sadly, you're the first person to ask me that. It's about helping the rainforest.
By planting trees.
They're thinking a bit bigger. ELF. Now I'm mad the ORW didn't turn out to be ORC. Right. ELF is trying to fund lobbying efforts to get Congress to push for a ban on imports from companies whose clear-cutting policies destroy the sustainability of the Earth's ecosystems.
Whoa, stop drilling. You already struck oil.
That's an odd metaphor for being sold on an environmentalist pitch, but I guess I will take it. Want to help me canvass?
I gotta get to the bank first.
I guess I'll go with you. I'll drop off the donations I've gotten so far today.
Donations? What donations? You donated to yourself, didn't you?
Well, I didn't want to tell the group I went home empty-handed.
Don't worry, your secret's safe, and save a pledge form for me. And after we hit the bank, I'll be sure to donate something too.
Something about the way you said hit the bank.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I just can't imagine what the world would be like without forests. They're such magical places, full of magic and, until recently, axe murderers. I mean, not literally, but it feels like that sometimes, right?
Tell me about it.
Oh, look at these chunky monitors! Oh.
Truly living in the future, the bank's fully computerized. Everybody gets to have one computer.
Oh, wow. That's so cute. I love this so much.
This place doesn't seem so bad.
Make monitors bigger and heavier again. Whoever said monitors, whoever made it so that monitors can't just have to be stuck on a table and they can be hung on a wall instead, that was a bad decision.
Imagine if your laptop had a monitor like that.
I would be so happy. Make technology less convenient and more cumbersome. That's my opinion.
This place doesn't seem so bad.
It's 6:45 a.m. Look at the clock. What are you doing here? Willow, you're a teenager. What are you doing? You should be asleep.
Although I don't know what a bad bank would look like. I mean, it's not like I expected to see a bunch of evil demons behind the counters.
Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to take your dog off the counter.
Speak of the devil.
Well, hi there, hon. Welcome to, it's just you.
Lydia, what are you doing here?
I work here as a receptionist.
I'm actually a bit surprised to see you in a place like this. Didn't Jesus run the money changers out of the temple?
Oh my goodness, you've read your Bible. I'm so proud of you. Ah!
Whatever.
I think the better question is, what are you doing here, Willow?
Excuse me?
I think we both know you ain't here to ask for a small business loan. Unless you are, in which case I guess I can help you with that, but as a socialist, you don't believe in money now, ain't that right?
Of course not. Do you even know what socialism is?
All I know is that if it worked for the Russians, they'd have won that Cold War now, ain't they? Why don't you just go home right now? There's nothing here for someone like you. Except your, again, dog? Very large.
Hey, I have as much right to be here as anyone.
Actually, you don't. This building don't allow pets.
I am not a pet. Willow, shout that into her ear.
Actually, he's more like an emotional support animal.
Are you serious?
Still ain't answered my question, Willow. Why are you here?
Because this bank is evil.
Willow is not the best at keeping a low profile now, is she?
Tell me how you really feel, why don't you?
You care so much for the homeless, Lydia? Well, this place is plotting to make people lose their homes.
Now, what are you talking about?
Well, I just finished dropping off my $5. How are we all feeling, gang? Lydia, hi, nice to see ya. Looking good?
Well, if only Willow felt the same way. Your friend was just explaining her theory that this proud financial institution is secretly evil.
I'm telling you, this company that you work for is nothing but robber barons.
Willow, you're letting your imagination run wild. I am asking you politely to leave.
Fine, if you want to let the thieves rob the common people, then by all means, be my guest.
Willow, it's not that I disagree, it's that are you going to make your point by yelling in a bank lobby?
I mean, Clearly, yes. What am I doing right now? Avery, let's...
Oh, deuce. So that's why Tanya wanted us here.
Interesting.
I understand.
Everyone get on the ground, now. We're robbing this place. Nobody move, or Blondie here gets her brains blown out.
Well, we can't have that now, can we? Checkpoint. Oh, we just reached a checkpoint.
Some luck you've got, eh, Willow? Calling the bank as a bunch of robbers and the real bank robbers show up.
It is pretty ironic. Wait a minute. Oh my god. What if that wasn't just a coincidence? Did my powers accidentally bring these people here?
Is it that? Or is it more that Tanya knew something was going to happen and wanted to direct you to kind of have someone there to help things? Because she didn't imagine summoning literal robbers, right? That's not quite how... There has to be the intention there. And it's not like she is trying to rob the bank. She called the bankers themselves robbers. So unless the people behind the counters turned into the robbers, then I don't think it's Willow magicking doing this.
Willow, fireball time over here. I've got my D6s ready to go.
If I try to use magic to fix things and it goes bad again, it could get even worse. But if I don't do anything and somebody gets hurt, when I have the power to stop it...
Go big or go home?
Yeah, go big or go home. Okay, Willow, think. Can't just drop a fireball on their asses, that might set the whole building on fire. And I can't just make the robbers disappear, what's that gonna look like? Better to just disarm them, right? But how? What's the simplest way to disarm a bad person with a gun? Remember the Kent State shootings? Protesters putting flowers into rifles? That's it. What if I replace all their bullets with flowers?
Sure, that's how that works. And Avery is an allergic reaction. Oh no! The consequences! Avery's breaking out in hives! You were the robbers, right?
What the hell is this?
Are you real robbers, or is this some kind of flower delivery prank?
We're... Oh, damn it. Let's get out of here.
Hey, Willow, what kind of flowers are those?
Plumeria, I think. The same kind you get when you get laid in Hawaii.
What I'd give to get,
Why are you asking, Avery? You're not allergic, are you?
I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. Just please get my EpiPen.
Avery! Someone call 911.
Hey, Willow. It's good to see you. You didn't need to come all the way across town, though.
Yes, I did. You're my best friend.
Oh, that's kind of you to say.
And Avery, I'm so sorry that...
You're sorry about what?
It's my fault we went to the bank.
You couldn't have known that was going to happen.
I guess that's true. I'm just sorry, okay?
Apologizing for nothing. Sounds like you're pulling an Avery.
Yeah, I guess so. You're gonna be okay, right?
Yeah. Well, probably. Yeah.
Probably?
Isn't it some kind of bad reaction to the brand of epinephrine they used? Had a bad reaction to my liver. I mean, my liver had a bad... You get it.
What? Your liver?
Probably nothing serious. Don't worry about me. Willow, go home and get some rest.
Okay, if you say so, Avery.
Alright, so now that one thing has gone wrong, I vote we keep using magic to try to fix the things that go wrong and cause more things to go wrong as we do that. How are we all feeling about this?
It just works.
Can we magic the liver? Hold on.
Nope, I missed and gave you kidney stones.
So, your sidekick gonna be alright?
Sidekick? Sidekick? That's you.
I'm a sidekick now.
Avery's my best friend.
That's the nicest thing you've ever called me.
And it's your fault he got hurt. It was your advice that I took.
No. Not taking the blame on this one. I asked you to drop a fireball, remember, not poison flowers.
They weren't poisonous. They were... Look, if flowers were so deadly, just think how many people could have been hurt by a real fireball.
Maybe just Lydia if you concentrated hard enough. I don't remember getting crushed to death by that tree branch now, did I?
Wait, are Shadow really giving a shit over this? Like, I don't know. I think like you can argue after the fact about the minutia of the decisions made in the moment, but I guess if you're going like shooting from the hip on, no pun intended. You did good.
No, I guess not. I just don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I wanted to help people.
Ah!
What's the point of having powers if they're going to be so destructive? What's the point of being special if...
If you're just going to be a wicked witch, you mean?
Yeah, I have a favorite poem for this kind of day.
Oh god, of course you would.
I don't know why I'm making fun of poetry people. I'm sorry. You don't need that from me.
Life's a bitch, and then you die. Fuck the world, let's get high.
That's just what someone with your powers needs. A few psychedelics, right?
I guess.
Now, me on the other hand, well, no danger in giving me a little bit of catnip, right?
If I've got to be sober, so do you.
You are no fun.
Lydia, what are you doing here?
Where are you in specifically Avery's hospital room?
Same as you, of course. I just wanted to check in on Avery.
Avery's my friend, not yours. Why are you really here?
Friends are not mutually exclusive, Willow. Do you really have to attach some nefarious agenda to everything I do, Willow? First you say my bank is evil, and now you think I can't have a simple visit with a friend without having some ulterior motive.
No, I'm just a little jumpy lately, from everything that happened.
That's also fair. That's also fair. To be fair, she's been at the scene of two large, I don't know what else, incidents.
Yep.
For the course of two. Did Willow somehow cause that guy to be the Axeman? Did she say something along those lines? No, because it doesn't work. It didn't work that way in that scene. And maybe I'm thinking too much about this. I'm trying to think. Maybe Lydia has magic and Lydia's causing. Maybe Avery has magic and doesn't know it and is causing this to happen. Who knows?
So you can't judge me for being a little suspicious, okay?
Of course not. It was just a miracle that you even got out of bed today. Bless your heart.
I was about to ask you when you started making Willow be Southern earlier if you knew about Bless Your Heart.
I'm pretty sure I said that earlier on. When I made Lydia Southern? Yeah.
I don't recall you saying it. I was gonna ask if that's a thing you know.
Yes, it is a thing I know.
Is that supposed to be some kind of...
Gotta run now. Church in a few minutes, hon.
Okay, first things first, what the hell was Lydia doing in your room?
Wishing me a speedy recovery? Why? Friends aren't mutually exclusive, Willow.
The world doesn't make sense anymore. Fuck, do I really owe Lydia an apology?
Oh, and,
And what?
she brought over a form to sign from the bank, liability thing, she said.
Let me see that. Agreement to forego claims of compensation. I knew it. She came in here and forced her pen into the hand of an injured man, and...
No, Willow, none of that's right. I signed it of my own free will, okay?
What? Why?
It wasn't their fault they had a robbery, now was it?
I guess not. It was probably mine.
I don't think it was, but... You look a little tired, Willow. Did you get a good sleep?
Did I get a good sleep? Who cares?
If it was her fault, then that means like the intention that magic is looking for is a lot more nebulous than one would really hope. Because it just took the concept of robbers and bank and ran with it. Whether or not that's what Willow actually wanted to happen at that moment. Well, I mean, I care.
Well, I wasn't the one who almost died.
You don't have to make it sound so dramatic.
So, you got a clean bill of health then?
No, it's got, like, ink and pen marks all over it. Yeah, I'm fine, Willow.
I knew you'd pull through. Hey, why do you look like that?
Look like what?
I know that face, Avery. Spill.
Willow. They're saying the problem with my liver wasn't from the drugs. They're saying I have fetal alcohol syndrome. My mom not only abandoned me, she drank while pregnant, apparently. That is a whole lot of backstory to just drop at once, buddy.
Fuck, what a bitch.
I mean, you won't hear me disagreeing. Don't say that. I don't know what her circumstances were, so...
She nearly killed you and you want to defend her?
People are complicated and multidimensional? Even if she gave me up, she's the only mom I ever had, Willow. I can't just...
Okay, fine. But you're healthy, right?
Yeah, of course.
Great, let's go.
I'm so glad my friend isn't making her self-worth dependent on my health. That would be so bad for me if that was the case. Sure, let me just grab my, nothing. I'll pick it up later.
You're what? Avery.
My prescription?
Pills? I thought you said you were fine.
How come I say prescription when it's spelled prescription?
I know, right?
And I don't think I'm pronouncing it wrong because everyone says prescribe. But are we
Do they?
Is that just a bad regionalism? Or is that just lazy? Is this my idea? Have I been just wrong this entire time and never questioned it? Let me know if I've been wrong this entire time and never questioned it down in the comment section below. I am. I mean, people can be fine and need pills. It's for the liver, you know?
Oh, right. So after you take the pills, you'll be all better?
I think it's more of a pills for the rest of my life thing, but yeah, of course. Oh god, I hope Willow never has to get on antidepressants. So you're telling me that these pills will fix everything that's going wrong with my depression, right? No? I have to continue taking them for the rest of my life and it might not actually work all the time? And it might not even be the one that works in the end? Well, gosh, golly, that's not very fun at all. Totally. Whee! Well, even with the pills, they said I might run into problems later down the line. People with my kind of damage don't usually live past 50, so,
I'll give you part of my liver.
See, this is why I didn't want to talk about it. I'm okay with it being my problem. I'm not okay with you making it your problem. You know what I mean? Willow, that's exceedingly generous of you, but...
No, it's not. Cut me open right here. I'm sure I got liver to spare.
Okay. Willow has a bad case of what I call problem solve brain, right? When someone is just, you know, empathetically sharing what they're going along with, and Willow and all of her care is taking this to mean we need to find a solution right the fuck now. Don't worry, I also went through this for a lot of my life. It's a hard thing to get around, but once you notice you're doing it, it's easier to just be empathetic when people need it.
Being a vegan, it's gotta be like extra good, right?
We're not the same blood type, Willow.
Fuck. Look, we'll put you on the donor list then, okay? And
Look at you, Willow, so determined to fix the future.
That you never tried to fix the present.
Listen, it could have happened and it would have been great, okay?
that surprises you?
Just seems like yesterday you were saying you didn't want to be ruled by fear of what might come tomorrow.
That was different. That was about me.
Oh, okay. Well,
I can have fears about other people that I care about, but only about people that I care about.
I'm still going to ask why and how, even though I'm pretty sure I know the answer.
It just was, okay? What am I, on trial here?
Didn't mean to upset you, Willow.
No, you didn't.
But you do see how you've kind of taken my thing and made it about you, right?
I've just got a lot going on right now, okay?
Which is why I wasn't going to bring it up in the first place.
But do you want to talk about it?
Some other time. You've got enough on your plate.
You know, sometimes I wish you would extend to yourself the grace that you extend towards others. Just saying.
Now, let's go get your pills.
Pills here.
So, everything worked out in the end?
No. Avery's liver is shot, apparently.
Yeah, but that has been the case since right? That was... It's not like he suddenly developed fetal liver syndrome or whatever it was, right? Like, that's just been a thing, and they only caught it because they were treating him for something else. Isn't that good? Like, no, hear me out. Isn't it good that they know about it and are beginning to treat it now rather than not finding out about it until later in life when it becomes a big problem?
But what if it's all my fault somehow anyway?
Is this going to be all about catastrophizing and taking everything upon yourself and how that's not helpful? Is that the moral here?
Those flowers killed his liver?
No, it was messed up before that.
So that means it's not your fault, right?
I guess not. No, they just discovered the damage after he came in.
Then presto, no more feeling guilty, right? Matter of fact, you did him a favor, letting him know what's going on in there.
Why do I say things? Why do I say things when the game just gets there 2 seconds? Put that in the supercut of SK getting superseded by the game like 2 lines later.
It's not even a supercut. It'd just be all the playthroughs.
It's just all of them at this point. It's just a playlist with every video in it.
I don't know if it's fair to look at it like that.
I mean, yeah, but...
Sure it is, everything's fine. It's all hunky-dory. We can go right back to kicking ass and taking names.
That does sound pretty good.
And I'm all out of names.
All right, you convinced me. Let's roll.
Hey, yay.
But I didn't know about it. I just thought it was allergies.
Avery, what's wrong?
They're saying since my fetal alcohol syndrome was since birth, it's a pre-existing condition. They're not going to cover my prescription.
They're not? Those blood-sucking capitalist scum.
And here's our confirmation this takes place in America.
Yep. Can you afford it?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Well, that's a relief. How much?
A little higher than my rent.
Then how can you possibly afford it?
This is one of the most insidious things about our lack of universal health care. And it's something that you probably don't think about unless it affects someone in your life. But the fact that people's necessary medication, like medication they need to live, is charged for.
Yep.
Literally people's lives are put a monetary value on, and that's all kinds of fucked up, right? Why the fuck do we make people who need insulin pay hundreds of dollars per how much for something they literally can't live without? What the hell? Do you ever stop and think about how weird that is?
Daily.
Yeah, and if you haven't, congratulations on your first step towards radicalization, comrade. I just didn't want you to have to worry, Willow. This isn't your problem to fix.
Oh, yes, it is.
I can't fix my own problems, but goddamn, I can fix my friends.
Tanya said I've got the power to stop suffering, and I've got to find a way to responsibly use it. If I used my powers, maybe I could just heal Avery's liver completely. Then he wouldn't need the pills or a transplant, but using my powers is always risky, especially such a big spell.
Especially for the 3rd time you've used it consciously or what? Right? I know, the 3rd time I've used magic. Let's try surgery.
What about a smaller spell? I could try to change the information on the insurance form. It's technically stealing, but fuck those insurance bastards. They ought to cover him.
See, that sounds like a better route right there, because that's not something that they'd be... Because, once it's in the system, then at that point, they should cover it, right?
At that point, it's merely insurance fraud that Avery may get blamed for.
Why? He didn't do it.
How would they know?
That's true.
We're changing the form. Or maybe I just don't use my powers at all. I could ask Avery to move in with me. Then he wouldn't need to pay rent, and he could afford the pills.
Ooh, okay. So heal Avery, as much as I want to swing for the fences, I feel like that will actually end up with him dead. Let's do some insurance fraud. How do we feel about insurance fraud?
All right.
I am just saying, of all the options, this feels good because it has a very specific thing that we're changing, right? And it's a small thing. I mean, it'll have bigger effects, but the thing that we're actually the change that we're trying to bring into the world is small. Although I guess we could also just ask him to move in, and that's a thing we can do. But let's change that insurance form. Fraud? Fraud?
Fair enough.
Fraud? Let's do it.
Changing a few forms. What's the worst that can happen? I'm just making sure the insurance company does the right thing anyway. Hey, I think my friend here is covered. Check the forms again.
Oh, I see. I guess I read it wrong at first. My mistake. Here you are, sir.
Oh, Thank you. Willow, I could have sworn
Don't worry about it, Avery.
You what?
I just fixed the forms. No big deal, right?
Willow, you can't just...
Oh, I'm supposed to fight a greedy bank, but not a greedy insurance company? What's the big deal, Shadow?
Willow, they're gonna... My god, I don't know how this could have happened.
Slow down, buddy. What's going on?
They're saying the forms I handed in for my insurance don't match their records. They called the police. They think I forged the documents.
What did I fucking say?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, we did a little insurance fraud.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Nice one. What spell are you going to use to get out of this one?
I did it.
What?
I changed the forms.
How?
It's not important. I just wanted you to be able to...
It's nice of you, Willow, but I could go to jail.
No, you won't. I'm confessing. I did it, and I should pay the consequences.
I didn't mean that. Willow, please don't go.
I don't have a choice anymore, Avery.
But... Well, you're my best friend. I'd take a bullet for you.
You very nearly did. Avery, I love you like a brother, but I can't put you in danger again. This is for the best.
Wow. We did a little insurance fraud as a treat.
Yep. And now we're in jail.
That is not the direction I expected this to go in.
No reading my rights, no judge, no one phone call. What the hell's going on? Maybe I can just teleport myself home. Wait a minute. Why aren't my powers working?
Hold on. How am I going to do this?
Hey there, Willow. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Who the hell are you, and how do you know my name?
They told me I had a new cellmate coming named Willow. I can only assume that you must be her, huh? You may call me Zarcy. I'll save you the time. Are you wondering what I am? I'm a succubus, sweetie.
A succubus?
They let her in a jail cell like that?
A demon of seduction with powers from the fiery pits of hell itself.
Wait, so hell is real?
Wait, yeah, of course it is. This is surprising to you? Haven't you been to church?
Oh shit, we're in Ohio. We've localized it further. The hell is real sign. Right? Is that Ohio?
Yeah. Hell is real, and it's Ohio.
I kind of stopped going to church and believing in all that stuff.
Huh? Oh, really? There's nothing more satisfying than taking a leap of faith, right? Okay, well, maybe one or two things.
No offense, but I don't really care to talk theology. We've got to figure out how to escape.
Escape? What? Why didn't I think of that? Oh, how delightfully naive you are. There's a dampening field. Eliminate your magic and mine.
Can't we fight back against it somehow?
Why is there a dampening field in a city jail cell? Why would they think to do that? Unless magic was already known by... That has so many implications.
Hardly. We're about as helpless as a couple of schoolgirls in the ocean, trying to fight off the advances of a giant, randy octopus. So we can't do much except, try to make the best of it.
Well, while I try to scrub my mind of that image, do you know why we're here?
Oh, I know exactly why we're here.
Are you going to tell me?
Maybe not.
Oh, good grief.
Information for information, a little deal with the devil, as it were. Why not tell me a bit about yourself first?
Fine, whatever. What do you want to know?
When you shower, what's the last area you wash?
Why the hell would you want to know that? Are we going to have to shower together or something?
Only in my imagination, sadly. I just want a mental image that pleases me. Which part of you hold on to its naughty grind the longest?
That's none of your business.
Well, fine. I didn't really care anyway. I just wanted to see if you made a cute face when you were shy. And for the record, it's so sweet my fangs are getting cavities. There, that wasn't so bad, was it?
So why are we here? Hey, you promised.
You really trust a succubus to keep her word. Your naivete is so strong, it's almost alluring. You should have insisted I tell you first.
But
Don't worry, I'll tell you, but only because it's what I want to do. We're not in jail for breaking the law. We're more like political prisoners.
I don't do politics.
That's not really up to you to decide now, is it? We're here because the One Right Way organization, or ORW for short.
I've heard that name before. They're the ones that bought the bank, right?
Yeah, they don't take too kindly to witches. I'm afraid you've been declared an undesirable.
I'm undesirable?
Okay, so the One Right Way so there is like this bigger magic subculture that is just below the surface that we haven't seen before now, but is apparently prepared enough to have a cell set aside for a succubus and a witch. Got it. Understood. Locked in now.
Well, not in my book.
Thank you?
Thank you for what? For noticing you? Wasn't deliberate, it just kind of comes naturally to me, you know what I mean? Especially when I'm stuck with someone as gorgeous as you.
You just called us political prisoners, and you want to flirt with me?
Kind of in my nature, Toots. I never know which breath will be my last. I can't let a single one go to waste.
But why are we in so much danger in the first place?
We're problematic. We don't fit their vision of what the world should look like. They had it their way, it would all be angels and rainbows and joy all the time.
That's a little lame, but it doesn't sound so bad, right?
Oh, you must be joking. It'd be hell on earth.
From your perspective, wouldn't that be like a good thing?
Touché. Whew, I just felt a shiver. And, speaking of hell, you said you stopped believing in God, right? What's all that about?
I told you I don't want to get into all that God stuff.
Alright, let me guess. Was it loss of someone you loved? Alright, bingo bango. Let me put it into terms you might understand. Imagine I offered to consume the memories of your dearly departed to ease your pain. Would you be interested in that?
Of course not.
Wait, the fact that we've been jailed and kept by the One Right Way organization means we were bound to end up here whether we wanted to or not, right?
Maybe.
That was just kind of a convenient... Huh.
We don't know.
Because they got wind of it after we stopped a bank robbery at one of their banks that they acquired. I'm beginning to think we would have ended up here, maybe whether or not. Or maybe we just ended up in the system and they noticed and they were like, oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, but why?
Because to forget they ever existed would be worse than their death. I want to remember, even if it makes me sad.
Exactly. Pleasure is always worth the price of pain. The fact that you and I know that. That's that we're prepared to pay pleasure's price. That makes us dangerous.
I hardly think we're in the same league. I mean, I just started being a witch. Meanwhile, you're
Is the top of your hair black and the bottom of your hair blonde?
What? Oh, yeah, it does look like it's a black into blonde ombre.
Did you dye the blonde part? Because, like, that would imply that the roots are black, but that you dyed it blonde, which is hard because that means you'd have to, like, bleach it first. Unless just the two-tone thing is naturally a thing a succubus has, but it's so coordinated. Because, like, see how, like, even here in the, like, the little front tendrils, right? And it's like, that's so hard to do. Dang. I want to know your hairdresser.
Cat got your tongue? Not to worry, I know exactly what's having so much trouble tumbling out of your luscious lips. You think you're better than me.
I didn't say that.
But you're thinking it, aren't you?
You said you're a demon from hell. Like, what else am I supposed to be thinking over here?
It's only natural to be afraid of me, dearie. But I'll change when I expose myself to you.
What? What are you gonna do?
Tell you my life story. What do you think? What do you think I was gonna do, huh?
Nothing?
If you say so. You interested? In the story, that is.
Whatever. It's not like I have anything better to do here.
Oh, good. I committed to doing this voice a while longer. That's going to be great. I wasn't always in the service of hell. Actually, I used to be on the other side.
You were an angel?
A lot of folks like that, it turns out. Not quite, dearie. I was a nun.
A nun.
My older sister was misused. She became pregnant. Jumped off a bridge. After that, well, having a relationship, having sex wasn't so appealing to me now, was it? I joined the convent as soon as I could. I was barely more than a child when I took my vows. Lived my whole life without the comfort of physical contact. Even when I was getting old and frail, I never let one of the younger sisters so much as brace me as I walked. I didn't want to grow attached. I didn't want to risk letting the pleasures of affection poison my mind. And then one day, I was too feeble to hoist myself out of bed. I didn't dare call for help. There was no excuse which justified risking physical contact. Instead, I futilely tried rocking myself back and forth, hoping to get some momentum. And in my frustration, out of my lips tumbled, "Damn this bed to hell," or something like that. First time I'd ever uttered profane words. That was the first sin I'd ever really committed while in the convent. And that was it. Turns out that's all that needs to happen. Then you're condemned to hell for eternity. The words floated out into the air and straight toward the underworld, where they were heard loud and clear.
Hold on. You're telling me every time I say a swear like goddamn, Satan can hear me?
Yeah, totes.
Now you're getting it.
Well, why don't we use that to escape from this little prison then? To hell with these bars, right?
Dampening field, remember? Cancel that all magic.
But...
You're done with your questions. May I have the pleasure of finishing my little story?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Once those words were heard, a succubus rose from the depths to find me.
Someone like you?
She was like me, and yet very much not like me. Cannot give you more clarity than that, I'm afraid. Sorry about that.
What did you do when she showed up? Call for a priest to perform an exorcism or something?
Hardly. I wasn't going to invite a woman into my room. I certainly wasn't going to invite a man. Well, I didn't know what the succubus was. For some reason, I didn't really feel any fear. It was a feeble old woman. Something monstrous were to happen. Well, this embrace cannot be avoided forever, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, what did she do to you?
She asked me if I was having trouble getting out of bed. I didn't speak. I couldn't speak, but I found myself slowly nodding. Walked over toward me. Remember the little clicking of her hooved feet against the cold tiles of the monastery floor. Click, 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 click. I could feel my heart beating along with them. This is a monastery? She reached out her hand and I took it. It was so warm and my flesh nearly burned. She pulled me up and I was nearly eye level with her. Her clawed hand so delicately stroked the side of my face, and I never felt so happy. I held her and I cried. She gently lowered me back to the bed and we made love. It was the greatest pleasure of my life. First time, too. Never too late for it. Longest time I simply lay there grinning like an idiot. Nothing seemed to matter. Then finally my mysterious companion spoke to me. "You know why you can't get out of bed, right?" she asked me. Once again, all I could do was shake my head. Bone cancer, she said it was.
Bone cancer? My mom had that.
Nasty little thing, ain't it? Like, you think cancer specific and then you could just get cancer of the bones. Like,
All
who
of
invented
them.
that idea? That's fucked up. Anyway, my mysterious friend said I was gonna die soon. I started crying again. Not because I was gonna die, mind you. I knew it was long past my time to go. I was crying because I wasted my whole life living and preaching the virtues of chastity. I denied myself the world's greatest pleasure, and for what? "You don't have to die," she told me. "She could restore me from my mortal coil, even restore my youth." If only I switched sides and joined her in serving the darkness. I agreed to become a succubus. When I joined the convent at age 13, I had no doubt in my heart. And when I joined the succubus 70 years later, I had no doubt then either.
Whoa, that's...
When I seduce people, I do it because I just want to spread the love. I want others to enjoy life while I can.
What about, after they die?
What about it? You know what they say, heaven for climate, hell for company, right?
But...
Jimi Hendrix is down here. That should be enough, okay? If that isn't enough to seal the deal, then I don't know what's gonna be. But I've been monopolizing our conversation now, haven't I? What about you, Willow? You enjoying your life? You embracing your heart's desires, doing, insurance fraud? You sought comfort in the pleasures of the flesh.
Hey, Willow, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm right here.
Yoink. Tanya gave me this fantastic little thing that'll clear the dampening field and, oh! Hey, you're not alone.
Nice to see you again, too.
This, oh my. This really complicates things now, doesn't it?
You're telling me? What are the odds I get rescued by someone who wants me dead, huh?
Shadow, that's not true, right?
Oh, that totally is. Nope, absolutely. You gotta aim a fireball right at her. Then when the field drops, you can fry her.
What? I'm not gonna kill a defenseless person.
If you don't, she can eat your soul. She'll do it.
What? I don't think she'd do that. Right?
Don't worry, Willow. I won't swallow you down in one big gulp. Just a nibble won't hurt, right?
Oh, please. Souls aren't even real.
So, here's the thing. I would have started wondering about souls being real probably within the past 24 hours. And if not then, right when I started having a conversation with the succubus about hell being real, then I would have... Because if hell is real, doesn't that necessitate souls are real? Otherwise, what's going on in hell if people's souls aren't there? Are you... Then you're arguing people just go there after they die somehow, and that's a distinction without a difference, IMHO.
There are definitely folks who are physicalists about the whole thing. And
Like if we go to that borehole in Siberia, we'll get to hell?
No, who think that heaven and hell and so on, you go there, not your soul, your body. You physically will get resurrected, and that's you, and you go there. There's not some immaterial soul involved. Not everybody, of course. I won't claim it's a common viewpoint, but you'll find Christian physicalists out there.
Well, I will just finish consuming this plate of crow then.
A day ago, didn't you think that you didn't think demons were real either, did you? She gets her powers back and she gets close to you, anything could happen.
Willow, don't worry. I'll promise I'll be gentle.
Hey, stay back, Zarcy.
Make me. Oh, wait, you already said you aren't going to hurt me, so, are you?
I mean, like, I know the whole demon-y thing, but, like, legitimately, other than being a bit creepy, she hasn't done anything to threaten us, right?
Yeah?
I don't know. Man, I'm not down for killing people.
Fair enough.
Just out of the blue. And I pay the price for my hubris.
So, where'd she go?
Ugh.
Damn, my head hurts.
Did you... Shadow, tell me you heard that.
Heard what?
Oh, God, this has to be a nightmare.
This has to be a nightmare.
Yeah, she's repeating what I said. That's progress, at least. Maybe within a few hours, those gorgeous arms and legs will be mine, too.
Fuck no, this is my body. Mine. But really? You think my arms and legs are that nice? I always thought they were a little...
Willow, who are you talking to?
Zarcy. She's in here with me. She's a voice inside my head. Get the hell out of there.
Hey, what if I could, sweetie? The world's scariest demon becoming an annoying voice inside your head.
Oh, the world's scariest demon becoming an annoying voice inside your head. This is hilarious.
Wait, you didn't say she was world's scariest tier. Hold on. You didn't tell me she had a reputation. You just kind of said killer and offered no other backup information.
No, it's not. Willow, get him to shut up.
You're right, Shadow. This is hilarious.
What the hell's wrong with you?
You might live up there, but you don't control what I do.
Oh my goodness. And that is where we're going to end for right now. What? This is strange. I'm enjoying it so far, but hold on. Let me go. Can we go to the Yeah, here we are. Okay.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
Yeah. So we're still at like one of the very early choice points here, because this actually the progress shows you like where all the decisions go and what they'll lead to. So I think from here, yeah, it's not too much farther. to one of the many, but there's like a bunch of different endpoints and a bunch of different scenes to go to in that time. This is an interesting little. I'm very curious what the vision for it is, because I was being like, wait, why are we introducing this whole new character at the 11th hour, and then realizing we're not even at the halfway point. I'm like, oh, okay, there's a whole lot more going on here than I originally thought. But I hope you're enjoying this so far. We'll probably keep going till we finish at least one route of this, because I do want us to get to at least one ending. But if this seems interesting to you, I left a link in the description below. You could check that out. Again, thanks for the dev for sending us a copy of this game. And we'll see you next time to hopefully finish off one of the routes on this game. Do you have anything you want to end with?
Not really.
Wow. This is the quality commentary that you get here at 8PR.
Indeed.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.